Okay.
Yeah.
I don't put my values on her. I let her do what she'd like to do.
Yeah.
What she was comfortable doing.
Yeah.
I don't stop her eating pork or anything. She doesn't eat it.
I don't eat pork.
She doesn't eat it.
Yeah,
But
very good.
I do not stop her eating it. If she
I know
wishes
that's
to.
haram.
Yeah, haram.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
But she respects my wishes.
Yeah. But wouldn't you, want your wife to go to Jannah with
Yes, I
you?
would. Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Then
But she has to make the journey.
But
she
I
has
don't
to
know
make the decision.
how I'd fit in there.
how?
Do you know what I mean?
No, like my mother.
Because I'm not a traditional person.
I know that's even better for you because when you become Muslim, all your past sins will be forgiven.
Right.
You become like a newborn baby. Everything is it's like
Because he's Islamic.
No, he might have
That's considered. What is it? What am I? An infidel?
No,
That's
you're
what
not.
he called me.
That's
That's
a
what he
joke.
calls me.
What she believes?
She's
Islam.
What
he's
I'm saying-
Muslim
what I'm
and his
saying
wife
is-
is not Muslim.
Muslim?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
her views and how she thinks that in Islam,
Yeah.
we treat women harshly. But I've assured her over the
Yeah.
years, we do not treat women harshly. We treat them as our equal. Our mother is a woman.
Yeah.
We don't do that. But it's all the propaganda and things
Yeah.
like that that's fed to all the time. My son and my daughter, 2 days ago, they went to a couple of churches and they want to go to a mosque. And my son said to me, Dad,
Can women go
can
there?
I take Eden?
But that's English people's perception of the.
He asked me.
mind if I clip
He asked
Yeah,
me if he could take his sister
Yeah.
and go in. I said to him, son,
Your voice.
when you go in, you can take your shoes off and ask to the imam
Yeah.
and just take it from there.
Yeah. You said,
They welcome you.
Yeah, you said women's are different to man and all this. When we go to school, we listen to the teacher, we learn and
Yeah.
so on. Yeah. Women's, they have different values than the man. Man, what man can do, women can't do. And what women can do, man can't do. Man can give a birth, but women can. That's, God gifted.
You see, one thing that puts me off as
Yeah.
well is that men can have more than one wife.
But
Why would you want that?
See, to answer your question here, is this? It's been taken out of context quite
It's
a
not
lot.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is during the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Yeah.
And the reason why the men would marry more
Again.
than one woman is because there was men who went to war, and when men went to war, they would die. So leaving the women as widows. So there was many widows, there was many divorced women, there was many single women, and they didn't have any man to marry. So the Prophet, he said that this is one of the things that Muslims can do, that they can marry more than one wife because of the desperate situation,
Yeah.
and to help the woman and provide for her. So it wasn't a necessity of having intercourse with them or
Yeah.
living your life.
Yeah,
with them.
no.
It was just to financially help them, because as a man and a woman, it's something called non-mahram, which means it's forbidden for a man and a woman who's not related to be together or hang out together.
That's
or chill
what
together.
I was saying. That's me.
So that, it's not
It's
conventional.
sin.
in
Yeah.
Islam it says,
It's a deadly
you
sin.
can marry up to 4, but the best is to marry one. And if you see that nowadays,
But I don't see his beliefs.
No. Nowadays, if you see,
Him
there
for
is
his
more
beliefs.
women than men in this world. So if every man marries one, what's going to happen to all the other women? They won't have nobody. So this is the one reason why God has allowed. But it's best to marry one. It's everybody's own.
treat them all
Yeah.
equally
But
anyway.
say if somebody marries 2 or 3 or 4, they have to have separate houses, separate accommodation.
Yeah.
So, they can't live together. The man has to provide for the food. He has to be equal to everybody.
Yeah,
So
so-
it's like that.
To add on what he said,
Yeah.
so for example, if let's say a man had 4 wives, right? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said that if you're going to have more than one wife, you need to treat them equally. And what he means by this, he says, if you buy one of them, let's say in this society, you buy one of them like a pizza.
You have to buy the other
you
one,
have to buy
same.
all other ones a pizza. You got to treat them equally. So how you treat one, you have to treat every single one. And for a man to do that, it's very difficult, especially in this economic crisis, especially in the way the men are today towards women. It's not possible. So the cultures and the traditions have taken the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, out of context. So when a man comes and says, "Oh, I'm gonna have 4 wives, I'm gonna have 2 wives," then he is wrong. He will be questioned for this on the day of judgment by Allah.
Okay, so you have to,
Most only, I've told this before, most only have one wife.
but you have to be.
It's all.
I'm
all
open-minded,
history. It's
but-
all history. No,
You have to be
men
prepared
only
for your own self. When God asks you for a question, you have to be able to answer that. Forget about who's doing what. You need to think about, look, what's going to happen to me? Will I
Well, for me, I just want to find peace in my life.
finding peace, everybody wants that. But finding, peace in the hereafter, that's most important.
The afterlife, you mean?
Afterlife, yeah. Afterlife, that's a deadly. Imagine there is no afterlife, there's no nothing. But wouldn't you, be sure that, look, when I die, nothing's going to happen to me? Wouldn't you be that? Like, if, following Islam, it's not a difficult. It's not taking you anything from your own life now here.
No.
Yeah. But it's adding you the perspective. Look, when I die, I'll go to heaven, and heaven is for eternal. Hell is for eternal. Imagine, if God puts me in hell, that's eternal. If God gives me heaven, I'm happy. I'll have so much. Whatever that I wish, I'll get it there. If I want to have, anything, God will give me. But here, to have anything, you have to work for it. You have to work. So you have to think about your next life. What's going to happen? Look, he's a Muslim. You're not a Muslim. You're living with a man who has faith. You should question. Look, why am I not Muslim? What's
Well, I do. This is why I'm talking to you.
So what's stopping you then? Like, what's
I don't know.
Yeah, that I don't know question. You need to.
I don't want to live in sin.
Yeah.
This is interesting here. When you have do you feel like Islam is the truth?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
So there's something called like Kareem, right? You're born with like a devil. His devil's job is to misguide you. His job is to keep you far away from the truth. Okay. Now, usually, well, actually not usually, but what they do is, when it comes to your last moments of taking the Shahada, which is the testification of the one God and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, they put doubt into your heart. They start making you think of all kinds of things. Oh, what about your family? What are they going to say to you? Or what's going to happen to you after you become Muslim? And they start putting all kinds of doubts in your heart before you become Muslim. The reason why they do this is because all their life, since you start puberty, they have been making you commit sin and sin and sin. And all their hard work, as soon as you take this testification, will go down the drain.
So from your point of view, from your perspective then, how would I go about embracing it?
If I was to say to you to take a Shahada today, a testification, all you have to believe is that there's one God.
I do.
And you have to believe that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he was a messenger and a prophet of God.
Right.
And do you believe that?
Of course.
Then you're a
Then you are a
Muslim.
Muslim. You just have to testify it on your tongue. And by you testifying it and becoming a Muslim, there is no rush into it for you to go and do, put hijab on, or go do anything that some Muslims they force upon people. Islam is a beautiful religion. For example, when the Sahaba, which is the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, some of them are alcoholics, and they were attending the prayer intoxicated. And now in Islam,
That's haram.
alcohol is forbidden. We cannot go near it. But at the time when they were drinking alcohol, there was no revelation that said it was haram. So when they came to the prayer intoxicated, Allah revealed the revelation, and the revelation says, "Do not attend the prayer intoxicated." So the companions heard this and they were like, "Okay, we can stay intoxicated, but we won't attend the prayer." Okay, so they weren't attending the prayer. Now there's 5 prayers during the day. Okay, and praying is compulsory.
Yeah.
Okay, so they spread out through the day. Now they can't attend the prayer, but they have to attend the prayer. They can't attend the prayer intoxicated, so they come to the prayer, this one, without being intoxicated, this one without this one.
What are the 5 prayers called?
Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. Right? These are all, this is there for a test for us. We have to do it.
My sister, you're very lucky. You have.
Let me finish. Okay? So when the revelation came of the alcohol that don't come to the prayer intoxicated, they stopped attending the prayers intoxicated, which reduced the amount of alcohol they were taking. Right? So 13 years later, after the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he migrated from Mecca to Medina, they were still drinking alcohol, but they kind of like drew away from it. Right? So they become less alcoholic. And if you look at the scientific and the doctors, they say that it takes a very long time to get off
withdraw
addiction, from the alcohol. Otherwise, if you do it straight away, you can die. Now, 13 years later, Allah revealed another revelation saying to completely stop drinking alcohol. So when the Sahaba heard this and their faith had built up in Islam and they had learned so much about the religion, it wasn't even that hard for them to drop it. They dropped it straight away. So if you look at how Allah had revealed the revelation, He didn't force them to do it straight away. So
they did it on their own fruition.
Yes, and Allah took His time. Allah says, do it with patience. So when you embrace Islam, there's no rush into doing anything as long as you have the intention
Mentality.
of doing it.
You know, remember
You have to have the
what I
right
said to you?
mentality.
You asked me, how do I get to the conclusion that Islam is the true faith? And I said to you, because it's oppressed. Everything that's oppressed, it's the one. You know, I mean, anything good, anything at the top of the list is oppressed. They're trying to put it down. So because people try and oppress Islam, it's a true faith.
Right.
It's a chosen
No,
faith.
I understand that. I do.
So from what I've told you, how beautiful is the way that Allah revealed that revelation to the people?
Yeah, it's a revelation.
Now, would you say that's something that's oppressing the people, or is that welcoming them slowly?
Of course. Yeah, it is.
This is the message of Islam, and the Prophet Muhammad.
My problem that I had, from my point of view, was about acceptance.
I told her there's a condition.
So now you should have no doubt of accepting the religion, because not only are you securing it,
Sometimes she has difficulty accepting what I say.
Why is that? Like, what makes
Just
you?
partners, just this way it is.
it happens sometimes.
It happens in relationships.
But that's
You know,
like.
you know, one important thing is that you're securing your place in paradise.
Absolutely.
You could walk away from here today, and if Allah had willed that you received this message and you didn't take it, and you didn't accept it, and you walked away, if Allah had willed for your soul to go, then you won't be guaranteed paradise.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
What I say to you is it's part of a family. Whether you're black, white, blue, it doesn't matter. I'll say to you 100 times, to go abroad, if somebody's Islamic, yeah, they're my brother, they're my sister. Period.
Yeah, that's the
That's
beautiful thing
the
about
way I
Islam.
look at it.
Have you ever been to a masjid or a mosque?
No.
When you go to a mosque,
Where is one here? In Sweden, because we've only just moved
Yeah,
here.
no, just
you go to a mosque and you go to the female section, you go to the male section, you'll find a black brother, a white brother, a Asian brother, Chinese brother, no, less likely to find Chinese, you hardly see them.
Yeah.
But you find all kinds of races,
Yeah.
all ethnicities joined together, worshipping one God and following the one Prophet Muhammad. Now, I'm standing here today, standing here today, our message is to welcome you to Islam.
Yeah, thank you.
This brother from Pakistan, his origin from Pakistan. I am from Bangladesh. Who
Another
knew?
brother from Egypt.
Yeah.
Those are brothers.
Who knew that one day we'll become we'll talk to you guys. We meet here. It's a plan of God, and He has a plan for you as well. Like this brother said,
I
look,
need one.
like this brother said, the alcohol didn't go away, within a day. It took time. You can take time. But have your belief. Have that. There's you can become Muslim today if you want.
The human
yeah.
heart is wicked.
Yeah.
So with that bearing in mind, it takes time to clean it of all the impurities over the years.
And you're very lucky. He can teach you.
It's wicked.
Yeah.
All these humans, all the hearts are wicked. You understand? So with all the impurities and all the wickedness, you've got to clean it all gently. It takes time.
Yeah.
And the most biggest fact in Islam of the people who become Muslim, revert to the religion, are mainly women because of how much rights they have. Islam gives more rights to women than it gives to men.
Now you see, in our society, they don't convey that, do they?
In this, you said about women getting, oppressed and this and that. Wouldn't you like yourself to be covered? Like Islamic world, God has made a plan for the women to be covered. It should be,
Yeah.
this is good, isn't it?
Of course I want
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So,
You can always work
But we've
towards
just
it.
been
Yeah.
putting it off.
You know what it is? I'm telling you something. It's something we call it iman. Okay. Once this builds, your love for Islam will keep building. I'm saying to you, don't rush. But I would definitely suggest you to become Muslim. Take your Shahada today, and I offer you and I welcome you to Islam.
Thank you.
And I ask you to say the Shahada today.
would you like
to
this?
say the Shahada?
Yeah.
It's testification, so you say it in Arabic,
This is why you need to
MashaAllah.
and then you say it in
decide
English.
yourself.
So this brother could recite Arabic and you can just repeat. Then he's gonna recite in English. You can just repeat. Yeah, and then you become
I say it
Muslim.
in Arabic and then
Yeah.
in English.
Say it in Arabic.
Once you convert,
He will say slowly.
I'll say in English first.
it's not a way of going back as well. And what the Imam said to me as well is, once you convert and that, they give you your Islamic name and this sort of thing.
What is your name at the moment?
Leonie.
Leonie.
And the Imam usually gives you your Islamic name when you convert.
You said you guys have a daughter.
We've got 6 kids between us.
So what's your daughter's name?
Leah and Leonie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could have an Islamic like Maryam, the mother of Prophet
It's
Isa.
not like obligatory
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
change the name.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can keep your name.
Yeah.
So if I say in English first, so you know what I'm saying, and then I'll say in Arabic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll start off by saying, just repeat after me. So you say, I testify
I testify
that there is no one worthy of worship
that there is no one worthy of worship
except Allah,
except Allah,
and that the Prophet Muhammad,
and that the Prophet Muhammad,
peace be upon him,
peace be upon him,
is the last and final messenger.
is the last and final messenger.
And now we say in Arabic, you say, Ashhadu
Ashhadu
an
an
la ilaha
la ilaha
illa
illa
Allah
Allah
wa ashhadu
wa ashhadu
anna
anna
Muhammadan
Muhammadan
abdahu
abduhu
rasul
rasul
Allah.
Allah.
MashaAllah, you're a Muslim.
Congratulations, you have accepted Islam. You're now a Muslim.
Yeah. MashaAllah.
That's great. Thank
Yeah.
you.
He's happy. I can't shake hands because I'm
Sorry,
Yeah.
thank
What,
you.
what I'll do is,
Sorry.
when I go home, I'll take out the wadun and salah and I'll show you how to wash.
I'm going to get something first ready for you.
Thank you.
How to pray.
Alright, yeah.
Welcome to Islam, Shahada.
Yeah.
I'll tell her the name.
And
so she'll learn.
then he'll teach you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very lucky to have a husband who's a Muslim. I promise you this.
I'll tell you this now. Now that she's taken that step, it helps me.
And if you have any question,
It warms
anything,
my heart because it
this,
makes my
this
journey
brother
a
who
lot
runs
I can
this,
shake your hand.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have two pair
Yeah.
of
you can
microphones,
call
have
them,
one of
you can
them.
email
I have
them.
all these things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some
Yeah.
books and I'll...
Yes, I have all them things at home.
Yeah. And it's not, it's benefiting yourself.
We've been putting this off for
Yeah.
years.
It's a
But the thing is,
yeah.
I don't like forcing my views
Yeah.
on anyone.
You can't.
No.
Not with
Yeah.
me.
And with my partner, she has to make her own mind up.
Yeah. But
She has to take her own steps.
So, can I ask? Okay, we want to get married.
you want to get married? Are you?
Well, we can now, but
Yeah.
not unless she's Islamic.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't marry her unless she was.
Okay.
We've been together for such a long time.
There is a mosque, in Manchester Road.
I know
Yeah, you can go there and you can, the Imam, they offer that.
Yeah, it's called an Islamic nikah.
Yeah.
It's like you know how the West have flashy weddings and all that kind of stuff. It's not like this.
I don't want that.
It's just it's beautiful. You sit down with an imam,
Yeah.
you and the husband, and you ask for something called mahar. Mahar is something he has to give you. It can be anything. It can be maybe a book, maybe a holiday. I don't want to put ideas in your head, but if you're feeling generous, but you sit there and then they'll say some stuff, and you have to agree to it, and you Islamically will be married. It's not like the Western contracts and stuff like this, where the woman gets half and the man gets half.
I'm not interested in finances.
It's very fair. The Islamic marriage is very beautiful, and when you do hear when he talks about it, you probably will start crying as well, and you will probably start crying too.
He
Yeah, so
cries over everything.
if you go to mosque, Manchester Road, there's a mosque.
Emotional guy.
Like you said, you guys moved here. Like if you go to mosque and ask the Imam, they have the service there. Yeah. Yeah. So
It's a beautiful journey.
yeah.
Take your time.
I'm going to embrace it.
If it's a journey that takes time.
You see, who thought that you'd be walking this way and we'd be standing here and you become
Random.
Muslim? Random.
Random.
God has a plan.
Patience and peace,
God has a plan for everybody. It's just that whether God said there is a verses in the Quran said there is numerous signs of God, but who does accept? We see so many things that this world without any structure. There is no beams or anything holding this world, but still the world is there is sky, there is land and everything. So God has a plan for everybody. So
But that's made me happy.
yeah.
Yes, it does.
We are really happy for you as well.
Thank you.
Because now we know that as
As I said, what I do, I'll show you about the wedding and the salah. So I'll take them and I'll show you.
I'm gonna give you these books. This is like a new Muslim guide. There's so much information here. You can, if you like
I
reading.
haven't seen like I've got quite a few.
Yeah?
Quite a few.
and
It's all the books I've got in there.
like I said, any question you have, just call this brother and he would be able to help you. Yeah. Yeah.
This is your like welcome to Islam leaflet. It tells you a little bit like
Thank
and
you.
There's like a free course in the back for 3 months.
Yeah.
So you just scan that barcode. You got a free course on Islam as well. You can sit down together, learn it. Even I'm doing this as well. I'm not lying to you. I'm doing this. I learned so much. I didn't even know.
No, that's great.
Would you like a bag?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
We are really happy that you
We've been putting it off for such a long time, so this is great.
don't see what in the news or anything. Don't if you see this, you go mad.
No,
You have to you have to have a connection with God. You have to have a connection with Allah. He's the one who created you. He's the one who has a plan for you. He's the one who wants you to go heaven. The best gift. The best gift
Is life.
No. The best gift is to see God. So when you go heaven, God will reveal Himself to those who make to heaven. That's the best gift.
in future,
In future, yes.
when you wanna pick a hand of the Quran, wash your hands, wash your hands clean. If you've been cooking on your
Well, there's a lot I need to learn.
clean your hands before
Yeah.
you get
Don't-
Even as Muslims,
Yes.
we learn things every day about Islam. It's the beautiful thing about it, you will always learn until you die. That's how wide it is, how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
And the more you learn, the more amazed you'll be. That's how I can explain it from a Muslim myself.
Yeah.
And inshallah, may Allah keep you firm upon the deen. Your journey, may Allah put loads of barakah and blessings in it for both of you. May Allah, bring your relationship strong. Inshallah, I definitely think it will.
I hope so.
I think
Thank
it
you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
No worries.
Right, you want to
Yeah.
take your